home of the NBA Finals.
Toes, Green and Horford on the front. SGA along with Cates and Wallace. Green will bring it across to the corner of Santos. They fake their split cut action. And it's picked off by Lou Dort. Jalen Williams with the DHO to Wallace. He's been looking to score more as
heard you bragging on him, Jonesy.
Here's Podziemski coming off a big night in Houston several nights ago. Lines up the three. And here's Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander, an improved three-point shooter, misfiring this time. And here comes Pat Spencer. Out of Northwestern, undrafted back in 2020. Quick three by Podziemski.
He's not bashful, and he realizes he's got to be, if not the main, one of the top two scorers.
Shooting 37% from deep. Here's Dort. OKC playing 4-on-3 on the back end. And there's the cash out.
They double team, left a really good shooter wide open in the left corner.
Coach Daigneault has talked about Gilgeous-Alexander's improved playmaking, moving the ball well on that last sequence. Here's Green from downtown, rattles home.
Same thing, looking, are we matched up? There's 5 of them and 5 of us. How are these guys so open?
This is still the #1 defense in the NBA. Gilgeous-Alexander off the window. There's Guy Santos, signed a standard contract just
forwards in the entire NBA.
Draymond with a daunting assignment against Gilgeous-Alexander, who missed that time. They got the stop, and here's Podziemski. He's already fired twice. Podziemski had 26 in that Houston game. Here's Spencer. Horford posting up. They go cross court on the skip pass, and Green says, I may not be on the scouting report, but have a look over here.
You had better.
Not from deep anyway. OKC up by 2. Great anticipation by Podziemski. Comes along with a little room service.
Before it happens.
But PG, you think back to the time when we watched him struggle in his rookie summer league. What a different player he is now. Hits Horford in rhythm from deep. And you left that on the front rim. Lou Dort brings it across with some pace. Crosses on Santos. Boy, he made a lot of space, but couldn't connect.
Guy Santos did a decent job staying in front of Lou Dort, at least forced him to take the step back J.
Horford. Podziemski is third three on the way, and quickly 0 for 3 from deep.
Will not bother him in the least.
No. Hey, there's some available shots without Steph Curry out there. That's going to be a foul against the Knicks. Did not register a field goal. An injury. Chet Holmgren out tonight. He woke up sick.
14 games, Mark Daigneault plugs in other guys, and it really helps them when they get into the playoffs. He talked about having that diversity and being able to push a lot of buttons when it comes to playoff time.
Gary Payton II comes into the ball game. Spencer out top. Into the corner, Green, another three. Finally missing from deep. Here comes Gilgeous-Alexander. He scored 20 or more points in 126 consecutive games. That's...
J-Lo wanted a 4-point play.
Spencer into Horford. Going to try and walk down Dort. No double team coming. Cryer, one more to Payton II. There's the split action. Cryer, who was huge in Houston, hit a big 3 in overtime in that win and knocks down his first pull here.
LJ Cryer played really well in that impressive Golden State win.
His first significant action of the year with the big team, the Warriors, and Lou Dort rattle home a 3. Dort's three-point shooting percentage down a little bit this year. About 4%. Here's Payton. Here's Cryer off the Horford screen. Shot clock at 8. Payton misfires. One and done for the Warriors.
It's 9 3-point attempts already for Golden State.
They are first in the NBA in three-point field goal attempts.
Very well.
He'll get to the free throw line a lot, if for not nothing, to the Atlanta Hawks. He'd only played a handful of games with Atlanta.
You forget the impact he has on a game. Stretching the floor, protecting the rim. He does so many things on the floor for a big man.
Slips out on the pick and pop. Off the mark for three, and Williams clears for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander out to Dort, made his last three. Podziemski runs him off the three-point line, out to Williams. And Payton with the board. Steve Kerr talked about Porzingis' ability to provide points and shots in the mid-post. We'll see how much we get here in his first stint. He won't get it, PJ, if they turn the ball over like that.
Oh, well, he's not going to get it going into Jay Will's stomach. Jay Will did.
And how fatigued he gets as he works himself back into the lineup. Mark, PJ?
Yeah, it's very puzzling. It goes back to his time in Boston, and then he came off a very prodigious Eurobasket tournament as
KC.
Going to see if that forces Steve Kerr's hand a little bit at some point. Podziemski, Cryer, let's fly with another three. That one left on the front rim. Payton with an impressive rebound. Dort on Podziemski. Nice dime inside to Payton for the...
Who created that with the offensive rebound. Both of these teams have a problem keeping their opponents off the offensive boards.
Jared McCain into the ball game. Came to OKC from Philadelphia in that trade. Williams misfiring, and here comes the Warriors. Golden State has already taken 11 three-point shots here in the first quarter.
You said it, Jonesy. They take more than 45 a game.
His teammate Santos with the ball out top. Shot clock down to 2. Got to get busy. On the 9-1-1, no good, but another chance. Santos from the baseline. Well, Golden State had two pretty good looks. Wiggins in the front court.
Well, that's a focus for sure to get on the offensive glass, particularly against OKC.
Here's Wallace. Got inside the paint, and a nice left.
Protection so far, and KP is out trying to guard on the perimeter, so the interior is wide open.
Jason Wallace had his best scoring month as a Thunder player. Porzingis had it partially knocked away by Dort. Payton back out. Podziemski now, and he gets the floater to go.
Wasn't a conventional offensive rebound, but that missed shot yielded a rebound, and there's 2 more points.
Off the flare, Williams. Jared McCain from the corner. Jared McCain has had somewhat of a seamless assimilation of the Thunder squad.
He has made a real impact here in Oklahoma.
Scores the ball pretty well. Here's Payton trying to score, and does from points. 4 of 14 from downtown. Nice slip on the screen by Wiggins. Couldn't convert. There's a little rim resistance.
Yeah, no, that was a good help there by Dos Santos.
Payton, almost selfless.
90-something, I'm not sure exactly what, but
Knocks down the second. Thunder up by 6. Here's Santos. Porzingis still in the ball game, gets a touch here, way out on the perimeter. Williams right into him. Porzingis sets the screen. Podziemski takes out his do-it-yourself kit and couldn't connect. Tip up and in by Santos.
Offensive glass, that's 4 offensive rebounds already, yielded 6 points.
Here's Jared McCain, former first-round pick out of Duke. Nice cut by Wiggins. Good contest on the verticality. They get the stop. Here's Santos. Porzingis made a nice.
As good as they should be keeping people off that glass.
Okay. Is that a nitpick, PJ?
It's a little bit of a stretch, but Golden State has to find ways to manufacture points with no Jimmy Butler and no Steph Curry.
Daunting task. McCain from deep, ring it up. Last year, Bobby Jackson, now with the Sacramento Kings, said that he might have been their best player in training camp as a rookie last year with the Sixers. Adding to the mix here, Williams missing inside.
Got to finish that, Nate.
And here's McCain again. Walks into the 3-ball butter.
Fit in better, get to restart all over.
Feels like they found another one to me, PJ.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You got to give Sam Presti credit.
Inside, Horford with a slick move.
The way that first quarter went.
Isaiah Joe cross court to Kenrich Williams. 3 ball on the way from Joe. Drives it this time, elevates, and good defense again. Good. Podziemski off the green screen. He resets it. Porzingis on the show and go. Shot clock already down to 7. Podziemski off the dribble 3, laces it. And goes. Williams working against Porzingis. The stare down mid-range is too strong, and Golden State getting some stops. Here's Cryer. Porzingis in the post against the shorter Williams. Williams really getting underneath him. Porzingis off the window, count it.
That's a tough shot, and that's a good move by Kristaps Porzingis right there.
There was a time where he never had that mid-post, low-post game.
No, exactly. Like a lot of international players, he was accustomed to playing out on the perimeter, and at his size, you have to be able to do some damage inside, make the other team defend the post.
Santos on the baseline to Porzingis, drawing the foul on Joe. They're going to say first game as a Warrior against the Boston Celtics a couple of weeks ago. Boy, what does it mean for them going forward if he can stay on the court?
Incredible. Makes them a completely different team with that kind of offensive presence and rim protection. Totally different team.
Goes 1 for 2.
So I'm not going to brag on you anymore, KP.
That's on you. There's Wiggins. Boy, look at Draymond deny the ball to Gilgeous-Alexander all the way to midcourt. Gilgeous-Alexander with 5 on the clock. The stare down 3. There's going to be a foul against
throws in the first quarter. That's way too many. He said we have to defend without fouling. Kerr was now just telling the officials, we've been fouled the last.
It's interesting, Katie and PJ, there's a theory around the league that OKC is so, I'll say, handsy and physical that the thinking is officials can't call them all, right?
Well, they're 11th in the league in terms of fouls. Golden State is 15, but normally when you are the best defensive team in the league, and OKC is, you're going to hear some griping from the other teams.
Yeah, on defense right now, Green, the pass was deflected, and
Golden State has tried to get the ball to KP inside, and they're earning trips to the free throw line. They only shot 1 free throw in the first quarter.
Well, girls to learn and grow beyond the game through the Junior WNBA. Learn more at juniorwnba.com. As Porzingis knocks down the second one, he goes 1 for 2. The lead back up to 4.
When you only play 2 games in 59 days, you're not going to be real sharp with your touch.
Joe, boy, somebody hit the snooze button.
Downs, Al Horford talked about those when he interviewed with Katie, and they cannot afford that. This team is too good offensively. Can't give them easy baskets.
Williams on the high gather and a sweet move off glass.
Yes, it was with the right hand. Nate Williams, good finish.
Another one of those unheralded players played for their Santa Cruz team, the Santa Cruz Warriors. Gilgeous-Alexander missed the lefty lay. Porzingis with the outlet to Williams. The Warriors looking to attack early. Cryer, Williams relocates for 3. Porzingis missed the tip again, got a couple of cracks, and Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to his teammate.
KP looks tired coming down the court.
Yeah, he's standing out by midcourt still. Kenrich Williams from deep, cut the check. Timeout. I watched Jason Tatum come back after 2 when you sign up. Warriors ball out front. Podziemski with a quick trigger. And continuing to miss from deep, now just 1 of 6.
Pointizer did a nice job contesting that.
4-4 for the Warriors. Gilgeous-Alexander 1-on-1, and now the double comes. Shot clock at 7. Williams spins, nowhere to go, but found Barnharzer for the bucket. Yeah. Not the way they drew it up, PJ.
No, exactly. Brandon Podziemski lost sight of the ball. That's unusual for him. That was way too easy.
Podziemski spins, Santos from deep. Got it.
Golden State needed that, Jonesy. They got to stay in touch right now.
Santos signing a 3-year, $15 million extension earlier this month. Wiggins cross court, skip pass to Joe. Gilgeous-Alexander off the screen. Draws a lot of attention out to Kenrich Williams. Found the open man.
If I were a good shooter, which I was not and am not, I would love to play with SGA. Just get open, get your hands up. He's going to find you.
Got a whistle and a foul against effusive in his praise of SGA's ability to really manipulate the game better this year. Santos looking for another one, and one and done this time.
A better job by OKC on the glass because second chance points is 6-0 in Golden State's favor.
Inside Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander, he's already got 4 assists.
And they're a little too easy. Yes, you got to focus on SGA, but you got to guard everybody, particularly at the rim.
Shot clock already at 10. They're still trying to get into something. Santos from Horford. Payton the second. Another 3 off the mark, but another chance. Santos took his hip and got to the rim.
2 more second chance points. 7 offensive rebounds, 8 second chance points.
Golden State hanging around down by 9. Kenrich Williams out to Joe. Here's Wiggins now. The ball changing sides of the court very well. They do it again. Williams blocked and
there is, and the amazing thing I keep looking over is you got players. You could put a team together with the guys that are in street clothes on both of these benches.
Yeah, no
unbelievable players sitting watching this game.
Kenrich Williams has made 8 straight foul shots. Here's Spencer, guarded by Williams. A lot of those aforementioned wings, very good defensive players too. Spencer knocks it home.
24 3-point attempts for Golden State already.
Williams left open.
Thought about it.
Yeah, he did for a split second. Kenrich Williams on a little bit of a heater. Off the mark this time. Draymond Green getting ready to come back into the ballgame for Steve Kerr. Lou Dort and Jared McCain for the Thunder. Santos on the rip through, draws the foul on Williams. Cross court tipped away, another deflection, another steal. This team leads the league in points off of turnovers. The 3-ball, Wiggins.
Well, piggybacking on what you're saying, Jonesy, that's what they've recruited, a whole lot of long-armed, eager defenders. Yeah. A nice pass. Got to finish that game.
Got a good look at it. Wallace on the break, hands it off to Williams. Says, why not? They leave me alone. Pat Spencer against Wiggins. Pardon me, Wallace. Podziemski gets this one to fall.
Right in off the bench and fires it down.
Podziemski had 26 against Houston several nights ago in that big-time win in overtime. Here's Jared McCain. Curls it back out to Williams. One more to Wiggins. McCain relocates for 3. That's how you draw it up.
Certainly is. Really good penetrating pitch, and the relocation was the key.
Jared McCain had designs on Rookie of the Year before he got hurt in Philadelphia last year. Nice slot cut by Pat Spencer for the layup.
That's why Draymond averages over 5 assists. He's 31st in the league. That doesn't sound much, but for a forward, that's impressive.
A future Hall of Famer. Lou Dort on the back cut. Back out to McCain. Dort from deep. Got it. Trying to break out of his season-long 3-point shooting slump, but Coach Daigneault says, I don't worry about him because he has confidence when it counts in the playoffs.
Yeah, he and AC, Alex Caruso, not shooting what we're accustomed to them shooting. Well, there's sometimes.